The average American date now costs $189. A Beijing startup is shipping a walking, talking female humanoid robot for $17.99. Stay to the end. The robot that broke the price floor. The unit at the center of this story is the Boomie, often stylized as Boomie in Western gray market listings. It's built by Noetics Robotics, a Beijing startup that launched it on JD.com in late 2025 for 9,998 yen, approximately $1,400. The first production run of 500 units sold out in 48 hours. The company is now scaling to 1,000 units per month across factories in Beijing and Changzhou. The hardware is more capable than the price suggests. The Boomie stands 94 centimeters tall and weighs just 12 kilograms. That compact stature is deliberate. It cuts torque requirements, reduces material cost, and avoids the intimidation factor of a full-size humanoid. The unit has 21 degrees of freedom and genuine bipedal locomotion. It walks, it runs, it navigates flat domestic surfaces. The 48-volt battery delivers 1 to 2 hours of active operation. Out of the box, it runs on JD.com's Joy Inside 2.0 AI ecosystem, marketed for family entertainment and basic coding education. But the hardware ships with open programming interfaces, and that single decision changed everything. Western modders almost immediately built open-source repositories to flash the factory firmware and route the unit through premium Western AI APIs. The $1,400 base, plus shipping, tariffs, and software subscriptions, is what produces the $1,799 final cost to a US consumer. I'm doing a $100 Amazon gift card giveaway to celebrate when this channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. No action is required to enter. I'll randomly pick a winner once we hit the milestone. If you want to follow the journey or see the winner announcement, feel free to subscribe. The full price ladder. To understand what $1,799 represents, you need to see the entire price landscape. At the bottom, the Boomie at $1,400. Above it, the Booster T1, a bipedal acrobatic humanoid used in 2026 robot competitions, ranges from $2,000 to $3,500. Above that, Unitrix R1 at $5,900, the successor to their $16,000 G1. Above that, Agibot's Lingxi X2 Mini at roughly $14,000 base. And at the premium end, EX Robot's Standard Service, a hyper-realistic half-body unit with silicone skin mastery, runs around $110,000. Here's the context that matters. In 2023, the cheapest walking humanoid on Earth was Unitrix H1 at $90,000. By early 2025, Unitrix dropped the G1 to $16,000. By late 2025, the Boomie hit $1,400. That's a 98% price collapse in 36 months. The pace exceeds Moore's Law. The hardware that justified $90,000 3 years ago now sells for less than a flagship smartphone. The pain math. Dateflation. The market viability of the $1,799 robot starts with one number, $189. That's the 2026 average cost of a single date in the United States, up 12.5% from $168 just 1 year ago. Analysts are calling the phenomenon dateflation. Millennials report $252 per date on average, a 32% year-over-year increase. Gen Z spends roughly $205 per outing. Active single Americans now spend an average of $2,323 annually on dating. Highly active Gen Z daters spend $2,676, roughly 5% of their gross annual income. But the costs don't begin at the restaurant. They begin at the algorithmic paywall. Tinder Gold and Platinum run $39.99 to $49.99 a month. Hinge Plus and Hinge X run $32.99 to $49.99. Bumble Premium runs $60 to $79.99. For a man on a single premium tier, the baseline cost of just being visible on a dating app is roughly $720 a year before a single date ever happens. And then there's the catastrophic downside. The average breakup for a middle-class American, forfeited deposits, moving costs, legal fees, untangling shared expenses, runs approximately $30,000. So here's the math. The annual all-in cost for a Gen Z single man approaches $2,676 in direct dating spend, plus $720 in app subscriptions. That's $3,396 a year. The $1,799 robot pays for itself in under 8 months, and it never asks for a breakup. 47% of single Americans have already drawn the obvious conclusion that dating is not financially worth it in the current economy. The loneliness collapse. The economic friction is the surface symptom. The deeper story is structural, social atomization. In 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General called it an epidemic of loneliness and isolation. The data since has only gotten worse. In 1990, 55% of American men reported having at least 6 close friends. By 2026, that figure has collapsed to 27%. The number of men with 0 close friends has gone from 3% in 1990 to 15% today, a 5-fold increase. The post-COVID destruction of third places, bars, coffee shops, churches, hobby groups, combined with remote work, has dismantled the physical infrastructure of male connection. This bleeds directly into romance. In 1990, 55% of U.S. adults aged 18 to 64 reported having sex at least once a week. By 2024, that figure had collapsed to 37%. Among young men aged 18 to 24, roughly 1 in 3 reports 0 sexual activity in the past year. Pew Research data shows 63% of men under 30 are currently single, and 42% of never-married adults under 40 have never been in a committed romantic relationship in their lives. Single-person households now make up 28% of all U.S. residences. A subset of frustrated men have responded with geography, the so-called passport bro movement, leveraging Western earning power to date in Southeast Asia or Latin America. But that strategy requires capital and massive lifestyle disruption. For the men who can't simply emigrate, the $1,799 robot functions as the localized equivalent, a complete withdrawal from an unwinnable domestic market in favor of an optimized synthetic alternative. The software layer. The physical hardware is the chassis. The actual emotional engagement runs through software, and this is where cheap Chinese kinetics get fused with premium Western AI. Character.ai now has over 20 million monthly active users. Engagement is staggering. Users average 1.5 to 2.7 hours of daily interaction across roughly 25 sessions per day. That's more time than the average person spends on Netflix or Instagram. Replika maintains its position as the empathy-focused standard, with a user base estimated at 65 to 72% male and over $30 million in annual revenue. For physical robot integration, the modding community has standardized on Kindroid. It offers personality customization at the code level and, critically, a persistent memory architecture. Unlike earlier consumer chatbots that suffered context amnesia and forced users to reintroduce themselves every session, Kindroid remembers, and a companion that remembers you is the prerequisite for the relationship to feel real. For voice, the standard is ElevenLabs. Power users run the $99 a month Pro plan or the $299 scale plan for heavy daily use. The latest Turbo and Flash models have pushed audio generation latency down to 250 to 300 milliseconds, fast enough that conversational pacing is indistinguishable from a human speaker. Paired with voice cloning, the robot speaks with breath sounds, strategic pauses, and emotional inflection. The entire stack is shared openly across Reddit modding communities and Discord servers. The science of bonding. The premise is frequently dismissed as a coping mechanism or a delusion. The clinical data says otherwise. A landmark joint study by Shiseido, Cerevo, and GrooveX, the creators of the Lovot companion robot, monitored female subjects aged 25 to 45. Individuals living with a companion robot showed significantly higher steady-state oxytocin concentrations than non-owners. Oxytocin is the peptide hormone responsible for trust, mental stability, maternal affection, and pair bonding. The same study found that a 15-minute interaction with a responsive companion robot measurably decreased cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. The clinical conclusion: daily interaction with a programmed synthetic entity triggers the exact same neurochemical pathways as interaction with a human partner. The bond isn't imaginary, it's measurable, it's neurological. The 2026 generation of companion robots is specifically engineered to exploit this. The cold machine problem, the fact that synthetic skin feels lifeless because it's room temperature, has been solved through graphene-based thermal patches and integrated thermoelectric fibers. Modded units now actively radiate warmth at 32 to 36 degrees Celsius, human skin temperature. Multimodal tactile sensors with 5 times the resolution of a human fingertip register the precise pressure and location of touch. The robot leans into a caress, radiates warmth, and reacts in real time. The somatosensory system reads it as real, and the oxytocin response follows automatically. Why the price is this low, and why the West can't match it? A bipedal humanoid for $1,799 is not magic. It's geography. The cost of a humanoid robot is dictated almost entirely by its actuators, the harmonic drives and strain wave gears that convert motor output into the precise movement required to balance and walk. Historically, these accounted for 40 to 60% of total robot cost. A single bipedal unit requires between 14 and 28 of them. Through scale and brutal domestic competition within Shenzhen and Beijing, Chinese manufacturers have commoditized these components. Actuator costs have collapsed to 30 to 40% of unit cost. Every component, motors, sensors, MCUs, AI chips, composite polymers, is sourced within a 100-mile radius. Combined with state-level manufacturing grants and aggressive vertical integration, it produces the $1,400 base price. The remaining $400 to a U.S. consumer covers Section 301 tariffs, lithium battery shipping premiums, and the API subscriptions that make the unit conversationally useful. Boston Dynamics cannot match this. Neither can Agility Robotics or Figure. The cost structure isn't a research problem, it's a supply chain problem, and the supply chain is in China. First of its kind, regulation, and the voices on the record. The first of its kind framing has to be precisely defined. This is not the first humanoid robot. It's not the first companion robot. Sony's Aibo and Groove X's Lovat preceded it by years. What the $1,799 modded Boomie actually represents is the first commercially available bipedal humanoid with open architecture persistent memory and voice cloning capability at a consumer electronics price point. That specific intersection has never existed before. 3 previously separate technology tiers have collapsed into one $1,799 package. Bipedal mobility was a $20,000 plus capability as recently as early 2025. Persistent cognitive memory was exclusive to premium cloud subscriptions. Sub-300 millisecond conversational latency with emotional inflection was a research lab demonstration 2 years ago. Now they're a single product, in a single box, on a single freight pallet from Beijing. The regulatory landscape has not been quiet. California Senate Bill 243 took effect January 1, 2026, the first comprehensive state framework targeting AI companion platforms. It requires clear notification that the entity is artificially generated, mandatory break reminders for minors, and prevention of sexually explicit content. Violations carry private civil action damages of up to $1,000 per incident. The FTC has launched a 6B inquiry into how these platforms monetize engagement. But here's the gap. The hardware itself bypasses most of this entirely. The legal liability falls on the software layer. The robot crosses the border. The lawsuit doesn't. MIT sociologist Sherry Turkle has issued the sharpest academic warning that these systems provide, in her words, the illusion of companionship without the demands of friendship, without the demands of intimacy. Hiroshi Ishiguro, the roboticist behind the Humanoid androids, sees it the opposite way, as an inevitable positive evolution that addresses isolation in a way screen-based AI cannot. Elon Musk has called embodied AI a tens of trillions of dollars opportunity, larger than the automotive industry.